Today is March 13th, 2023. Okay. Um, Yesterday was March 12th, 2023. At 4:03 p.m., I check out of Walmart 62, the optical center. I purchased some new glasses. Some women walking by, so stupid that they said it was actually us in there. And our daughter-in-law said not to see anything, da 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 da. My daughter-in-law didn't say anything. They were lying on her. Erica already confessed, November 18, 22, 2 to 6 p.m., Walmart 62, that all the tapes before were him and not me. It was his idea to come up with it, his idea to do it, his idea to say it, for all these people to turn on me, and they actually fell for it. Ha, 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 ha. And then ID November 24, 22 at Mercy Medical. Okay. Then we all heard that Eric make fun of us for falling for this. So, and then other women by the candy aisle walked by. Well, they didn't see anything, so we shouldn't say anything anyways. You shouldn't say anything anyways, besides you're part of a stalking, drug trafficking, and human trafficking group, and you're trying to embezzle from the federal government. I went to my daughter-in-law and my son. My grandkids, they didn't know anything on Christmas Eve. I asked them, I said, do you know where they kicked in my door on the 6th date? Yeah. Did you know they set up on camera stalking me and Dad? No. I said, did you know where I had giant bruises, orange, lemon, and grapefruit sizes? Yes. I said, do you know where I almost passed out in front of the neighbor on the second week when I tried to mow the lawn? Yes. You were working too hard and you bruised too easy, right? I said, no. They said they were date rape drugging me, telling me say I was a weirdo, and they photoshopped a shower scene. Did you know anything about this? No. I told them about Eric confessing on November 18th and then ID'd November 24th. And how he made fun of everybody. And then he was stalking Dave and I. And Tyler and my other grandson came out of his room. I said, Grandma, is that what's going on? They didn't know. They didn't know anything. Nothing. Nothing. This is a big scam. I met this lady last week at my second job. Her family member was taken before the case started. And they had people come up and make fun of her, how they killed her. 6 son of a bitches where they make fun of me. It's funny they raped her. It's funny this. It's funny that. And it's not funny. They had people come up and make fun of that lady, how they killed her family member. They're sick. Some guys walked by that and said they're making fun of people for killing them and their family members, to their family members, and how they killed them. Nobody better say a word. Yeah. This case is so evil, it's ridiculous. It makes you wonder, the agent that returned my phone call after the FBI, why does he hate the FBI this bad? That he would use my case as a scam to defraud them out of $377,000. That he would sell police information, make millions of dollars. That he would be with a drug trafficking group and a human trafficking group. What happened in his career that he lost, and he's getting even with them, and he's basically saying F you to them, and F you to the United States of America and the legal system, that I'm going to do all these crimes. Where? And what happened in his career? Did he get in trouble for something? And that his last case before he retired, that he used it as a scam to defraud them of money, human traffic, and to kill people. What happened in his career that he snapped and used me as a pawn? It's a good question. What happened in that agent's career? Because, you know, where I tried to tell him what happened at Huntington Bank, where the guy where I had got a flu shot. I sat down on a bench and I heard the voice, I can't believe she's here. And I thought, oh my God, he's here, the one that I got her to try to kidnap me. I stand up, turn my car, he comes up behind me. I'd stab you right here and now if it wasn't for that security guard. And the Pizza Hut lady's like, well, are you going to stab her and get it over with? Well, they're arguing now. I turn my car into the bank. I want to open an account. Got in front of someone. I look over. She walks around me from him and comes up to the male banker standing there. I get paid to watch her. And he's like, lady, stay out of it. She lays her head down. I said, no, I get paid to watch her. He said, "Lady, I mean, it won't be worth it in the end. Stay out of this." And they're yelling at each other. And she walks off, and I look over, and the guy that tried to kidnap me, tried to carjack me, just threatened to knife me, and walks off. And Dave instantly calls me, and I put him on hold. I try to tell that agent what happened. Was there a camera above you where you're sitting at the bench? I don't know. And I had been drugged up so bad I couldn't get out of bed for 3 days, or 2.5 days before that. You don't think clear and fast enough. You hear and comprehend fine, but you vocalize. I've talked to other people who got roofied. You don't for a few days afterwards. And I'm like, I don't know. He said, well, if there wasn't a camera above you where you're sitting on that bench, I'll arrest you for lying. And I'm like, what? He said, you either say you're lying or I'll put you in jail. Because he realized that's their kidnapper. I described their kidnapper. He realized it. And I'm like, fine, whatever. He said, I'll tell you. You either say it or I'll put you in jail. Badgering laws, Department of Justice 1729. You have to take a victim, a witness, or informant statement, if you believe it or not, and follow through. Or it's badgering. Badgering is obstruction of justice and tampering with evidence. And if you're tampering with witnesses, it's 20 years. Then, he made me plead for my life, and then he listed me informant. Nothing legally stated dated against you again, only for you and only for you would we ever do this for. We'll always put it back to the traffic ticket, even when you tell. And he had already said you'll have $5,000 a month to live on, and it's going to start now. And when you move out, you'll have money to live on. When you move out, da 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 da. It's a witness protection program, diplomatic immunity, and $5,000 a month. You're also supposed to get living expenses and housing. He's stolen over $377,000. I got to thinking about where he told on me to Apostolic Church of Barberton to Paul Paymer. I think he told on me, so I tell on him. He was planning on badgering me, and he just took advantage of me telling what happened at Huntington Bank and freaked out. Because in his sick mind, where after he lists me informant, the money, the diplomatic immunity, it's even when you tell. We'll always put it back as if it never happened. You can't be legally charged for anything again for working this case. And I already, the $5,000 a month and da da da, and you'll have it to live on when you move out. I never got a dime. I'll start the account today. They said he stole it on the first day. He's used it to finance human trafficking and drug trafficking. Why does he hate the FBI this bad that he'd give them a black eye? And he'd basically look at the United States of America and the legal system and say F you to everybody. And then I'm going to do all these crimes in front of everyone. Murder, rape, torture, selling police information, and embezzling funds. Why does he hate them so bad? If you tell someone, unless you're crazy, no one can help you. Failure to protect is abuse and misconduct. It takes a sitting judge to put a gag order on you. And only them. Realize that. Another agent out of the state tried to tell an informant they couldn't tell anybody. They got an attorney last year. It was all over the news. The news was ripping up a new one. If that agency thinks they can ever tell anybody they can't say anything to anybody, they need to shut them down. And they better never back an agent. They don't have the authority to. It takes a sitting judge to put a gag order on you, and you have to stand in front of them. And only them. First Amendment freedom of speech. They're only higher law enforcement, like the press said. He was pulling a big scam for all these people to fall for it. I'm going to go ahead and upload this.